Okay, what is everybody, and today we're back again with another video, and today we're going to be back out here on the Layton Lakes, and we are going to be hunting some more whitetail deer again, maybe some moose, or maybe even some coyotes if we find them. I'm kind of prepared for everything, so we're going to be taking a bit of a different loadout with us today as well. We're going to have the 270 with us, then we're going to have the 223 for anything smaller with us, and then obviously for the ducks, if we do find any level 3s or anything else cool, we do have the 22 LR with us. I also wanted you guys to look a little bit more at the quality of today's video with transitions and stuff, because I'm trying to learn a little bit of a different editor for today. So I'm going to try out some new things, some different things. At least I'm going to try to. So if you notice any difference, let me know down below in the comments, because I would love to know your reaction or your thoughts on this. Because, well, I haven't done it yet, so I have no idea how this is going to look, but I hope it's going to look good. I hope it's going to work out. If it ends up looking terrible, I am going to go back to the old editor, but I'll let, if I change anything, I will let you guys know. If there's something written on screen now, then I'm back on the old one. If not, we are on a different one. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get hunting, and let's see what we can find. Oh my. We finally have a rare. It's not gold potential, I think, because I think gold is like 190 or something like that, or even higher. But look at them all coming in. We've got ourselves a piebald, finally. It's not the rare I want to put in the multi-mount, and I'm not sure if he's big enough. But he at least has somewhat of an rack, so I think he might go in the Great One multi-mount. I'm not sure yet. But he's definitely going to find a place in Lodge, because he doesn't look too bad. He looks pretty okay. I don't think it's going to be a gold, so we're still going to continue looking for more rare whitetail deer, but for now, that is an awesome start to this. I'm very happy about that, and we might also try and take out the other male, but obviously I'm going to try and get a little bit closer before I take the shot, just because he is looking away from us, and the 270 is not the strongest rifle in this game. Okay, he actually is the weird rack, so he doesn't really have, I think they're called G2s. Oh, that's kind of a disappointment. That is kind of a disappointment, but we're going to go ahead in this tripod stand here and shoot him from there. I was kind of hoping that he was the kind of semi-tall, really tight rack that usually scores silver. But yeah, now that he doesn't really have those tines there, I'm a little bit disappointed, but it's a rare, so I mean, how disappointed can you really be? Ooh, and I completely forgot how slow firing the 270 is, but got a good shot on the second one as well, so it is going down. So that is something that we're going to have to remember. It is a lot slower shooting in comparison to the M1. So we're probably, on this hunt, we're probably only going to be getting 1 or 2 bucks per herd, depending on how well they're going to be spaced out and how well they're going to stand, and just how quickly they're going to run and react to run away, because those guys were kind of average speed. So if we can manage to get 2 at a time, that would be good. And oh, okay, there's some whitetail deer back there as well, so I think we're going to come back for those in a second. But first of all, let's pick up our piebald over there and the other one, and let's see how big he's actually going to score. Now, here we go. And yeah, I mean, he doesn't look half bad. He just doesn't have any of the tines back here that are high, so it kind of is a very odd-looking rack. But it is a 160 scoring piebald whitetail deer, which was, yeah, a good 33.7 points away from diamond. And it's kind of also curved, the rack, if you see what I mean. It kind of goes down at a diagonal. But what can we do, right? Oh, probably should get my mouse away there. But we're going to definitely taxonomize this. It is going to go in a lodge. I'm not sure if it's going to go in the multi-mount, but I don't know. I really wish it was the one that we got on the early access for the dogs, because the piebald that we got there would have been absolutely perfect for the multi-mount. But hey, that's why we hunt these, right? So that we can potentially get a better one in the future. And then back here is already another buck, so they didn't run too far, and I assume this was a single lung hit. So you can kind of see the difference in terms of how far they're going to run. Yeah, this was a single lung hit, so it probably ran about 2 or 3 times as far. Now, if it would have been this rack, I think I would have put that in the multi-mount, because this one is actually the one that I meant earlier. The kind of tight but a little bit taller rack. There is a variation where these are a little bit thicker and a little bit taller, but it's generally kind of the model that I was thinking it was, looking at it from this angle from behind, like where we saw it at first. But obviously this would not have been a gold anyways, so it probably wouldn't have gone in the multi-mount no matter what. Now I kind of want to test 270 here at a little bit of a longer range and just kind of challenge and see how well it will do. I don't think the deer should run out of render distance. I don't think it should, but we might as well give it a shot here. And I think that was a spine hit. I am 99% sure that we did not get a double lung hit there. I think we aimed a little bit too high, and we probably dropped it just because we actually ended up hitting the spine. If we're lucky, we might have gone spine and double lung, but I kind of doubt it at this point. And yeah, as I suspected, we didn't get a vital organ hit, so this was probably a vertebrae hit. And yeah, we were just a little bit too high. I aimed too high. I thought it was a little bit over 300 meters, but it was actually 288. Again, not a big buck anyways, just level 2, but hey. It is respawns for that big rare at some point, right? I mean, we gotta get a second one. I would obviously wish that it was an albino or a melanistic, but as we know, the rarity in terms of what the community at least accepts and what I kind of think as well personally is that piebald is kind of like the most common rare for the whitetails, and then the albino is kind of like the one in the middle, and then the melanistic seems to actually be the rarest one of the three, because that's the one that I see the least amount of people posting. I see most people posting a piebald, then albinos, and then I've seen a good amount of melanistics pop up in like the Discord and people showing it, but generally that is the one that is seemingly like the least common one out of the three. Now, something that some people say is that shooting the females now seems to be giving you like buck respawns again, so we're gonna test this out. And I mean, if they're just gonna stand there still, I don't see a reason why I should not be shooting at them. But I should obviously also try and actually get good shots. And yeah, I think we're only going to manage to pick up 2 of those. Depending on how quickly that other one is going to die or if it's going to run out of render distance. And I'm actually surprised that we got 3 here, because I thought that we were only going to get like a maximum of 2. I really did not think that I was going to get 3, but that last one just stayed standing there. So I was like, hey, why not try and take the shot? But yeah, this is low blood, so I'm not sure if she's actually going to go down, or if she's already left render distance and died, because she might have done that already at this point. She did actually stay in render, so yeah, here we go. We can pick her up. Ooh, we were so close to actually getting a lower neck hit, but just missed it by a millimeter. Well, this is interesting. They're not spectacular bucks, but they both have different racks and apparently the exact same estimate of 139 to 180. So that's a hard shot. And that's probably a single lung, I hope. We might have gotten that while it was running away already, but that should for sure be a single lung. Hello. Okay, well, that's at least going to be a lung hit. Not too sure what those first 2 were. I'm going to be curious to see what that is, but let's actually look what the difference is going to be in those 2 score estimates, because they both, like I said, exact same score, but very different rack. And here we go. Here's our first one. I'm very curious what we actually hit on this. So yeah, okay, like I said, we got a hard shot on it and a 157.1. So judging by what the other one was, that looked to be the same rack as our piebald. So I want to say that that's going to be 160, but remember that rack shape. And if you did memorize it, go back a couple seconds and take another look at that, because I want to see the scoring difference, similarly to what I did with Red Deer a couple months back, where we took racks with similar scores that looked completely different. Because, I don't know, it interested me to see how they are being scored and like how different that is, because I'd assume that this one's going to score around 160, like the piebald one did. And for the moment of truth now, let's have a look. 160. So this guy scored 5 points higher than the other one. Huh. I mean, they had the same estimate, like I said, but I feel like this should be more points off compared to the other one. But what did we hit? Okay, so we hit completely low, too far forward, and then we hit it in the vertebrae on the last shot. Okay, so not the best aim, but forgetting about that, I don't know. I feel like those shouldn't score the exact, like almost 5 points apart from each other. I feel like that should be like more like 10 or 15 points apart. But that might just be me. What do you guys think? Do you guys think these guys should score the like almost the same? Huh. Never had this zone before, but we have a zone of 5 over here now. I have never ever had a zone right over here. This is gonna put us in a little bit of a tricky position because obviously the outpost is right there, so we might actually have to go ahead and look if I have another tent space available to try and place that over there, because obviously I'm not really gonna be able to see the deer whenever I come from the lodge because it's just too close, and with the 150 meter to 200 meter rendering thing, they are not going to show up if we do that. So there are bucks in there. I mean, I just spooked them by placing down a tent. Kind of wasn't really thinking or paying attention, but they weren't seemingly rendering it before, so let's see if we can get that one buck at least. And yeah, he is going down. That is awesome, because I want to pick up quickly one of the tripod stands that I have over there and place that down somewhere here so that we can call them in, because I don't think we're always going to see them considering how much brush there is here, and I have a feeling that they might actually drink in that brush or slightly behind it, so I think we're going to have to call those out most of the time here. And well, he actually dropped rather fast, and we actually did get a vital shot on him. Got a left lung hit. I didn't really expect that, but again, nothing too big, nothing really to to brag about, but it's a new zone with a new buck, and hopefully it's not one that's gonna go away too quickly, because I actually like this area down here. Obviously I wish it was on this side where I have the tent now, but better here than somewhere far away where there's too much other stuff in the way. But I think I'm gonna place like a tripod stand, probably I want to say somewhere here. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a good area, so we have to walk a little bit to get to it, but let's like, do we have a good view? Yeah, we've got a nice view from here, so we can see everything, and we're well within calling range as long as we use the deer grunt caller, since that has a range of 250 meters. Finally, we actually have a max weight estimate buck that will, or should at least make gold. Now this zone over here, for some reason, it used to be pretty good for bucks as well. Now I don't know if the bucks are maybe hiding back in there somewhere, because I know they did that in the past, that they weren't always drinking out here, but the 3 females are out here, so I don't see a reason why he shouldn't be here or they shouldn't be there. But I guess we're gonna shoot that male over there, hope that he scores gold, and hopefully this run we're gonna find stuff that's a little bit better, because it's kind of been a tragedy. We haven't found, well, this is, like I said, the first max weight one, and all of last run I didn't find anything, so hopefully the things can change ever slightly now. And let's take a look. What is he gonna be? 213. So our biggest buck of the day. Oh, if this would have been the piebald, that would have been insane. Sadly it's not, but hey, respawns, right? We can just hope. It's probably gonna be a while before we get our next rare, but we are just gonna take those first steps in that process, and maybe, just maybe, we can get some more luck here as well in the future. But let's go looking for some more, and let's look if we can get at least one more nice buck to shoot for this video. Ooh, a coyote warning call from a male. Definitely want to go ahead and check what that is, because like I said, I did want to shoot some coyotes as well while we're out here. So if we could maybe see him, that would be fine. If we don't see him, I think after we pick up, I just shot a male over there. I think after that, if I actually don't find like him here now, I think we're actually gonna make a coyote drink time and hunt them there, just to see if we can find at least a couple of them and just get some of those down for some respawns. There we go. There is our coyote. I chased this guy all the way up here. So I think... Oh no. No, 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 no. You are not running anywhere good, sir. One of those shots better have hit. I've been chasing this guy for a while now, but I want to get this level 6 down. And I'm just hoping that at least one of those shots connected somewhere. Even though the 223 is kind of, well, not so powerful. It is a 2-4 rifle, and the coyote is a class 2 animal. So I feel like it should still do some decent damage even if we just hit something like intestines or stomach. But of course we didn't hit either of those things. But luckily for us, coyotes are not super fast. So with that being said, we got one shot in there and it is going down. So that seems to be a single lung liver hit, something like that. So let's just follow it. Let's just see what we actually got, because we definitely didn't hit it the last time. And here he is. We did get a vital organ in, and if anybody's wondering how far I tracked this, so 1.2 kilometers where I was on his track, and we did get a single right lung hit on it very nicely, but just out of reference, we picked him up or shot him back here, and I got the call when I was down here. So how far away is that? Yeah, that's kind of makes sense since we did walk in a little bit of a squiggly line. So 1.2 kilometers does make sense there, but all that for just a level 6 coyote. I think we're gonna quickly make it nighttime, and I want to check 2 spots. I want to very quickly check this lake up here, Mushroom Lake over here, and I also very quickly want to see actually if we have any of them drinking over here at this lake. Funnily enough, I didn't actually know this, that the rabbits drink at night as well, but they do. And we've got a 6 male coyote there, so another one of those. Usually there's like 1 or 2 coyotes at this lake. So I do want to quickly just scour the area properly. Well, at least as best I can, but we at least got 1 in here, and it's a male. That's not too bad. So I guess let's pull out the 223 and try and shoot that. And let's see how well this gun actually does at just a double lung shot. So apparently that drops them. Not what I expected, but oh, look at all these rabbits here. I know they're here as well. We do whitetail hunting because I did see them earlier, but I didn't think that they'd be out at this time as well. Also, if you've never seen the clear sky on Layton Lakes at night, it looks beautiful. Like, it looks really cool. If it's not raining or anything, and the atmosphere is a little bit eerie as well. Go out, go hunt coyotes at night on Layton Lakes. Turn your volume up like a good bit, and you will be surprised. It does sound a little bit eerie with the owls and kind of the humming in the background and all that stuff. It's definitely an interesting feel. Here we go. Here is our coyote, number 2, 49.5 gold. So 6s can make gold, and we did hit it in the heart with a double lung shot. So probably not the best thing to measure it up against how well it does in terms of double lung hit, but I'm sure at one of the other lakes that we shall find at least 1 more coyote to try it out. Well, we've got 1 coyote here on the run. A small level 3 female, but why don't we give this another shot? Let's look. Is it gonna go broadside for me? Actually, this is level 2. Where did my level 3 go? Not too sure, but this again here is one of my favorite lakes for coyotes. Oh, there we go. There's another one. Is that I3? Plus, if they flee, they generally just sprint for a short while and then become very slow. And look, there's my level 3, so I think I'm going to shoot that anyway better, but I don't know. She's giving me a better angle to shoot. So, ooh, that almost, okay, there we go. We got one there. That was definitely not the shot I wanted. Definitely not. Can I get that in there? There we go. That one should have gotten into something at least. I think we hit her because she did have the flinch animation, but I'm not too sure because, well, obviously if these guys jump as well, it kind of looks a little bit like the flinching animation. Now, I am still going to look around if we have any other coyotes around here, but it doesn't seem like it. Now, if you want to know which lake I'm actually at, I am over here down at this lake, which is kind of a bit far from most outposts, so if you really do want to come here often, I would recommend you place a tent down somewhere. If you do, I would kind of probably put it somewhere behind this, and then you can just walk down and you have a nice platform up there where you can look down over most of the lake. So that's probably my best recommendation. I just don't have one here because I don't have whitetail deer here or any big Roosevelt elks. So that's why I generally only come here, well, rather rarely. But for other things, this could be a good lake to come to if you wanted to hunt coyotes, Roosevelt. Sometimes there's white-tailed deer here. There is also black-tailed deer here. So this is a rather good spot to check out for any of those animals as well. And well, here's our coyote. And I think, because I already spent so much time today trying to find these animals, and it was just absolutely tragic. We are going to end this here. We did at least find the piebald. I hope we can find more white-tailed big bucks again soon, because they seem to be working fine until now. But I don't know, might have just been our luck today. So I don't know. I guess we'll have to check that back in the future. Go back, hunt them on some streams, hunt them in some future videos. But I think we're gonna come back here as well in a elk time, because I have found some nice elk tracks around here as well. No max weight ones, but there are a couple male ones, so we should definitely come back here and maybe give this lake another shot in the near future. But with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. Again, remember, if I didn't put something in the beginning saying that I didn't edit on the different editor, then please do let me know what you guys actually think about the quality and some of the other functionality of the video. Or if you also didn't notice any change, then let me know that as well, because I'd be curious to hear what you guys think and what you guys see. So yeah, as I said, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button with the bell icon if you enjoyed the content. It would really mean a lot, would be awesome. And of course, with that being said, have a good day. Bye bye and peace.